Hello, comic book fans. Today we'll be talking about the Prodigy issue 4. This is the continuation of the series that we've been doing here on the channel, and this character in this series has been absolutely amazing. And again, it took a different direction than I thought it would. It starts off with Professor Crane meeting an old friend, and he put her father in prison, mostly because the guy was an absolute psychopath and a war criminal, and somehow she still sees past that and looks at him as the enemy. And the funny thing about it is he's been held at gunpoint because he beat all her men in the card game, I believe, and he took all their money, the money that he would need to get into the temple, to get past the people into the temple. And this was like a side mission for the money that he needed, like right then and there, because he didn't obviously have access to his own stuff because they're like going off the grid at this point. And the funny thing about it is that he asked her, "Does that thing work?" And she says, "Yeah, why?" And then he uses as an object to her and knock everybody else out of the way. And it's just funny because he calculated everything, like every detail of every person, so he knew how to disarm them and to physically overcome them before escaping along with the money, and the money that they had in there. And it's just awesome to see. And the art in here is I would say is not basic, right? It does what it needs to do. It expresses the story in the way that it needs to, and the action scenes are cool. And this is definitely something I can see going from a comic book to like a movie series. It's definitely made with that in mind. You can tell between a comic that is made like this is strictly comics, just know this could be a movie, and then something that is a comic book, but you can very much tell it can go straight to movie form. And another thing that was insane about this, that we are taken to the dragon, right? This cult, this religion, and they have a very different way of operating, and they even explain it here. The part that got me, and the part that was absolutely insane, was where he was, because I guess his reign, he failed to bring the two worlds together, bring their world into ours. He said, pretty much take me out and make it as brutal as possible. And I guess that is the punishment for not doing so, just like how he did his father. This is like again, it's not only like a religion, they do this over every generation, past generation, that does not fulfill the prophecy. And as the women are stabbing him and completely brutalizing this man, which he was the leader up until now, his own son executes him. And the words they have between each other, I purposely didn't put in here because I want you to read it and find out for yourself. Those guys are absolutely brutal. I really like this scene because it's very realistic. Because Professor Crane is such an intelligent being, Rachel just simply asks him crazy questions because how his brain works and operates. He can do multiple things at once on a molecular level. It's not like regular comics where the character's intelligent and he do things here and there that shows that. This guy operates like he does nothing but work, and his brain is able to do multiple things at one time and come up with these solutions to these problems. And even before the situation has even taken place, he's already come up with multiple solutions to it. And here's the pinnacle of this issue, the temple that they need to get to actually find out what is going to happen, right? What is going to happen between the other world trying to get into this one to find the answers. Well, there's a country level problem because America's about to strike that exact temple because it's related to a terrorist group, and he needs to get in there. So they go from car to plane, and they're like, what are we going to do? What's the plan here? Because they're about to drop a nuke on this place, at the temple. And so Professor Crane does something, just out of the ordinary and out of versal. He jumps out of the plane that they're in. He jumps flying past the jets, and he actually lands on the rocket itself. And he just jumps from the plane and swoops down on the rocket to disarm it so it doesn't, explode on impact. And he's only working with like 60 seconds or less on this. And I'm reading this and I'm like, this guy has no super suit. He doesn't have any of the extra like a traditional combat character has. And yet he's doing all of these, extraordinary things, these incredible things. Again, he's like an advanced, Uncharted, Indiana Jones type character. And I love that. And they're yelling in his ear, and he's like, stop with the negativity, be positive, you know what I mean? It's like he's doing this, but like even he knows that he's cutting it very short with, what he can do and, his physical and mental capabilities. But he actually is able to do it. He disarms the rocket, and that's when he finally hits his parachute, which saves the temple that he needs to get into. The downside of that is that he ends up in the hands of the terrorist group that's already there, because America is about to wipe them off the map. Now the question is, what do they do in this situation? What does Professor Crane do in this situation? How would his mind work his way out of this? Well, he told Rachel that he is going to memorize what they need, right? Because the original plan was that they was going to go in there, probably write everything down and thoroughly go through it. But because of the situation that's happening, and there's another jet that's about to strike with another rocket in 3 minutes, he's going to go in there. He's going to graphic everything into his memory. And he told Rachel to count down, to a certain number and then go in. And then that's when we cut and see what he's about to do. Professor Crane is such an awesome character altogether, and I can't wait to see what happens next. And that's all I have for this video. Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, share, and subscribe for more. Leave a comment, but that helps out the channel. And thank you for watching.